it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see where Boeing go with this. They've got to get it right soon, though, or SpaceX are just going to completely dominate space.
Yeah. The thing is, this one is designed only for LEO.
Yep.
Whereas Musk, as we know, has aims for both the moon and Mars. But anyway, of course, there's the classic example of what happened with Aldrin and the switch on the LEM to fire the ascent engine, where even with their best efforts, they broke one of the switches. So that's the stuff of nightmares. But it's the best after dinner story ever. I think how you launch off from the moon using some people say it was a barrow, other people say it was a felt tip pen, other people say it was a pencil. But anyway, basically that's what they used to get off the moon.
Well, that's the thing as well. If you have kind of any rapid depressurization of the command module for whatever reason, and you've got anything like that could go wrong, or screens crack. Yeah, I mean, obviously they're tested for these zero pressure environments, but as you said with Starliner is not really designed for anything other than just simple transfers to and from the space station. If that was to have a rapid depression, I don't know. I'm not a Boeing engineer. If any Boeing engineers want to chip in, definitely. Yeah, Buzz broke the breaker. This is true. Well said, Chris. There's also a great story about wedding rings floating out the capsule, but on one of the other Apollo missions, but we won't even go there. I like it. I do like the design of Starliner. I'm just looking at it now, and it is beautifully elegant, and it is very reminiscent, especially of the boilerplate Apollo command modules. If you ever go to Arizona to the Barringer Crater, they've got one of the boilerplate test articles for Apollo, and it's very, very similar in its kind of elegant simplicity and design. And I said with this zero weld approach that they've taken, looks very good. Another good point is, Chris has made there, Starliner can't offer non-NASA commercial launches. Yes, obviously. I mean, this is the other advantage. SpaceX seemed to be, he's got his commercial head on. I mean, that's the thing with Musk, Twitter issues aside at the moment and what's going on there, and, certain stocks tanking and crypto and all the other things that he's involved in. From a space perspective, he seems to really have his head screwed on in terms of where he's heading, what he's doing, and how he's going for it. And, we've still got Starship to come, potentially going orbital within the next 6 to 12 months. So Boeing are definitely lagging behind. But if it gives NASA, obviously in these strained times with what's still happening in Ukraine, we're over 100 days now into the whole horrible situation in Ukraine, and the fact that whilst Dmitry Rogozin is still in charge of Roscosmos, nobody's ever going to work with Roscosmos ever again. Whilst Putin's still in charge of Russia, nobody's going to work with Russia ever again, full stop. And if they do, they're morally bankrupt. It's that simple. So they need this. NASA and the West needs more capability of this kind. So all power to Boeing to get it running, but they, it's not the last chance saloon, but they've really got to get their act together now, in my opinion. But there we go.
Yeah, anyway. And if they ever have to do an emergency exit from the ISS, the fact that this holds 7 means they can all get back down to Earth in one go. So
absolutely,
yeah.
But it's like, if you look at the Skylab, one of the planned missions for the Skylab recovery was to, I think it was 6 they were going to get into, or 5 they were going to get into an Apollo command module, thinking how small that is just by modifying the seat configuration. So that's an interesting one. Things anyone, I'm just reading through the chat here. Sierra Space Dream Chaser. I had a really good chat with Buzz Aldrin years ago. So a conference in America called Space Fest. And Buzz was in one of his Buzz grumpy moods, and everyone said, "Oh, because I chat to all the Apollo guys," but Buzz was the one that kind of people kept saying, "Don't go near Buzz." So I just went up to him and I started talking to him about Snoopy and the hunt for Snoopy at the time, and we were looking for it. And he went, "Oh, sit down." So we were just chatting for about an hour, and what's her name? His assistant at the time, I've forgotten her name now. She was basically glaring at me as if to say, you're just after an autograph. And I wasn't interested in Buzz's autograph at all. But we just got chatting, and he was saying, "Oh, this is what we're doing with Dream Chaser," because he was quite involved in it at the time. And that is the return to a shuttle-like spacecraft. I think is going to be really important, especially. I was talking a few days ago with someone about the future for Hubble and what could happen with the Hubble. And if you had, the ability like Dream Chaser to have that docking maneuverability capability and to be able to get to the altitudes that the Hubble is at, then being able to do yet another rescue, recovery, repair mission on the Hubble, if the gyros go or the reaction wheels go, or even upgrading the cameras, is not impossible. Again,
Mhm.
with Starship as well, you know, the capabilities of Starship and what Musk is proving time and again in terms of autonomous docking capability. We shall see. We shall see.